Alright, let's continue our November 2025 financial mathematics part. So here we are told that 7.2 that Sarah opened a savings account that paid interest at a rate of 5.8% per annum compounded quarterly. So she deposited 2,300 rand into the account on 1 January 2020 and continued to make the deposits of 2,300 rand at the beginning of each quarter thereafter. She made her last deposit on 1 October 2025. So calculate the accumulated amount in the account on 1 January 2025. Okay, we start as always by getting the easy stuffs out of the way and then we focus on the hard stuffs. Quite interesting. So the first thing that we can deduce from this is the value of x. What is x? X is equal to the 2,300s that she deposits each month, and then we figure out I. Our I is always equal to the rate divided by 100, which is equal to 5.8 over 100. We get this from the question, right? That's going to be 0.058. Now, is this a correct I? And the answer is no. We need our I to be in what? Yes, compounded quarterly. So we need it to be in quarterly terms. So in order to do that, we divide our I here by 4. Right. This is the I that we are going to plug in for I here in our future value formula. Now we get to the interesting part, finding the value of n, which is the number of total payments that are made. Now, from the question, it's clear that the first payment was made when the account was opened immediately, right? Because we are told she deposited 2,300 into the account on 1 January, right? Which is when she opened the account, right? So this means to us that our first payment was made at T0 if we draw a timeline, right? So what does that then tell us? It tells us that to figure out the value of n, we'd have to say n is equal to the investment period, which is IP, plus 1. Okay, now let's figure out the value or the investment period, which is IP. So when we come here to our timeline, we see that our investment started on 1 January 2020. So when you count from 1 January 2020 to 1 January 2025, how many years is that? That's going to be a total of 5 years, 5 full years. So we need to convert these 5 years into months. So we'd multiply that by 12 and we would get 60 months, right? But after doing this, remember this 60 months comes from the total number of 5 years, which is January to January. But there is a remaining bit here, which is for the 1 April, the 1 July, and the 1 October. And we know that this 1 April is a quarter which has 3 months in it, and this 1 July is another quarter which has 3 months, and this 1 October another quarter which has 3 months in it. So the total number of months that are remaining here, the remaining bit will be a total of 9 months. So the total number of months all in all now would be, so maybe I should write total months from 1 Jan 2020 to 1 Jan 2025 would be equal to 69. But to figure out here the IP, which is the investment period, because now our value, our amount, our investment is compounded quarterly, we'd need to divide by 3. And dividing by 3 will give us 23. So this 23 now would be our investment period. So our n then is going to be 23 plus 1. Okay, so now we have everything we need to plug in into our future value formula. So we are going to do that immediately. So In our future value formula, then we would have this 2300 times I, which is now 0.058 all over 4 plus 1, all that to the power 24 minus 1, all that divided by 0.058 over 4. So after this, we would calculate this value of the future value and get a certain value that we are going to get from here, right? So this certain value that you are going to get here when you calculate for n is equal to 24, that's going to be the value accumulated on the 1st of October. That's not the value accumulated on the 1st of January 2026. So to find the value accumulated on the 1st of January 2026, this is what you need to do. You need to take this value that you get here from your future value formula over here and put it into an accumulated or the compound growth, f times 1 plus I, all that to the power n. Right. Now here, what is going to be your I and what is going to be your n? We know that your P is the F that you get here. So here, your n is going to be 1. Why 1? That's because it stays for 1 quarter. That is your investment period. And what is your I? Your I again is going to be 0.058, all that over 4. And you'd have your accumulated value equal to A times F times 1 plus 0.058 over 4, all that to the power 1. Now, this is going to give you a total of, when you calculate everything, this is going to be 66,200 and what was it? 411 rand 60 cents in total. And that's it. Cheers.